Hey, Dan Pro here. As I've been showing you, I did a couple tutorials on the new Firefly 3 in Photoshop Beta. We got the image model over there, and they got some really nice bells and whistles in there. So I showed you a tutorial on some of the basic things that's in there. So right now I'm going to show you the 3 ways to bring that Firefly into Photoshop. So you don't have to go to your browser to get Firefly anymore. You can load it right up in Photoshop. So I'm going to show you the 3 ways to do that. And then we're going to go over a couple of things inside of Photoshop. So let's just get started. Okay, so here we are in Photoshop Beta. And what we're going over today is we're going over the new Firefly 3 model, image model in Photoshop Beta. It'll be soon in your regular Photoshop, depending on how it goes. But anyway, what I want to start off with is showing you the 3 different ways to bring up Firefly inside of Photoshop instead of having to go to your browser. So you have 3 ways. So the first way is right down here at the bottom of your menu to the left. You can click here, and there you have it. I can do my images. My prompt is here, my reference images for inspiration that I can use as reference images. I can go here and pick some reference images as far as my gallery, and you'll see how that's going to work in a minute. And these are my effects, so I can clear all effects. If I had an effect selected, I could just click clear effect. But these are the different effects that you can use for different things as far as the type of art that you want to make. And you see how I can pick art, or I can pick photo as far as style or content type. Style down here, which is what I already showed you, which is a gallery where I can choose an image to reference off of that'll have an impact on my photo. So I'm going to click this off so you can see the second way to bring up Firefly image model 3 in Photoshop is to come right up here to edit, come down here to generate image. And again, you see our prompt come up and showing us everything that you've seen before. And the last way is make sure that your background is here instead of artboard. And when you got your background here, all you have to do is come up here or just click on here. And if you don't see your contextual bar already there, you will be able to find it right here. And there it is. So it's so many different, those 3 different ways that you can bring Firefly into Photoshop. So once you have that contextual bar there, as you can see, I can generate an image. And now you see again, it's the 3rd way to bring that image up into Photoshop. Now to show you how these prompt inspiration images work, I can pick any of these, and then you will see woman with the deep gaze and Afro style hair. So I can bring up anything over here, and I can make it art, or I can make it a photo, and then whatever I tell the prompt to do, I can also pick an effect that I want to use in order to make that prompt. So let's do that right now. So I can get an effect here, and I want an underwater effect. You see that I just can do any of these as far as the effect that I want. And then you see I can have a reference image. So I want it to be, that's going to be my reference image. And now I'm going to hit generate. Now let's see what Firefly comes up with as far as how we generate that image. So we showed you the 3 ways to get that prompt to come up where you can do your generation. So now you see we have 3 choices over here for a lady with Afro. And she just so happened to be underwater. So I'm going to say with Afro style hair, and just say with a gradient, black and red background. So we're going to generate that again. So just like I can generate down here in my prompt contextual task, I'm going to do it right here just to show you that either way is also how you generate images in Firefly inside of Photoshop. So now you see I have 3 different ways that I can pick. See, that's one there right there I would like. So you can also do something similar. So if I wanted to something similar, you see these three dots, I can generate similar, I can remove background, and then I can say whether it's good or poor, what I think it is. So I'm going to generate something similar, and then it's going to give me a couple of more choices as you see those three rendering, as far as what I might want to choose based on this prompt. So Firefly pretty much inspired these particular images for me to work with based on the instructions that I gave it. I might want to generate something similar to get some other choices of this particular one. So these three dots right here, I would go generate similar again like we did before. And you're going to see it create some more images for me to choose from based on the one that I picked as far as generate similar. And you can do the same thing with different prompts as far as what you might want to choose. And then you can start playing around with it. So like just say I want to make something different. That's just how we did that. We want to show you the similar. Say I want to do something different. Let's go up here and let's get our prompt again. Now this time I want to make 3 shoes on a bench. And this time I want it to be art. And then I want the effect to be painting. And then I want my reference image to be something really, really that can affect how it looks as far as what I want it to do. So let me see something that might be really affect. Let's try this colorful image here. So now I'm going to generate. And now this is going to give me more of a art style other than a photo style photo as far as what Firefly generates. So you see I can make that like a oil painting. I can make that. I can add some blue, or I can do some effects. I can just do so many things with this particular photo. So if it's one that I really like and I think is cool, then I can use it. So we're going to change it to pair of shoes. On a bench. And then I'm going to generate. Let me find me a reference image and style. So I want to do something really powerful like that. So let's try that. And then we're going to hit generate. Unlike the other one, which you can make it a painting, you can hit I could put any type of effect on that particular painting to make it like an oil painting, to make it look different. So I can come over here and we can go to effects and we can do the same thing. So as you see, it gave me 3 different choices of shoes that I can do as far as what it created for me. So it created 3 pair of shoes. I would go with this one right here. And it's just so much that I can do with these 3 shoes that it's not even funny as far as picking something that I want to affect my shoes so I can replace the image, et cetera, et cetera. So we're not going to go over all of that. Now, the last thing I want to go over is generative expand in order to expand your photo. So what I would do with this particular photo, if I want to add something, just say on the bottom, because you got so much top space, I could just hit C. Now I can expand this crop tool down on the bottom like so. And then all I got to hit now is generate. But first thing you want to make sure is up top here, make sure you got generative expand and not background or content aware. And now that you got generative expand, we want to hit generate. So I'm going to hit generate, and now it's going to generate the rest of that photo. Let's get it where we can see it. So you see it added more to the photo at the bottom, more of a table-like or a bridge-like. And we can do so many different things with generative expand regardless of sometimes you might shoot a picture and you don't feel there's enough room on the top or the bottom or the left or the right. You may want to put some text down here. Whatever your imagination is, you can do it. So I just want you to see all of the different things that we can do. So while we're in here, let me just flatten this image so you can see what's in one of our other tutorials where I say remove background. This is not in your previous versions either, so just hit remove background. And as you see, it removed background. Now I can generate a background or I can import a background. So I'm gonna say I wanna generate a background. And I'm not gonna give it anything. I could myself in instructions, but we're just gonna let it generate a background for us. So all we gotta do is click, and then Firefly will find a background for us that'll match up with whatever it is the shoes wanna do. So now you see Firefly found something for us, gave us 3 choices over here, and we could pick the one we like. I kinda like this one. This is real cool. And then we can work with it. So if you had any problems, you would be able to go in here. You can add different stuff. And if you thought that what it added was not good enough, then you can come in, you can go and find ways to enhance your video depending on where you added your generative expand. So that's pretty much it. We want you to see how Firefly 3 image model worked in Photoshop Beta. It's a pretty cool tool. Hey, my suggestion is play around with it, create some of the things that your imagination wants to do, and you'll find it fun and very, very, very advanced as far as some of the things we can do as graphic designers and photographers. Hey, that's it. So there you have it, a Photoshop Firefly 3 image model in Photoshop Beta. It's all fun and games. They got a lot of bells and whistles. I'm sure they got more to come. We showed you some of the things that we work with. We showed you some of the images that we make, like these shoes that you see behind me. So just have fun with it. Hey, it's all about photography, graphic arts, video production, live streaming. You can do so many things with this tool right here. Till next time, I'm Dan Pro, YouTube.com, Steppers Express. Make sure you hit that subscribe and that like button. Peace.